Dude, buddy, the Nightcap OG. It is another edition of Coffee Talk. Good morning or good afternoon.
Good afternoon to you, sir. Nice to see you.
Nice to see you. And I wore this for you. I don't know if you can see it. May the Father Force be with you.
Ah, I love that shirt. I
So
love it.
we can talk Star Wars for the entire Coffee Talk as people join us
Yeah.
live. But before that, we should, for people that don't know us, who are we? What do we do?
So, Mark, we are land geeks. We buy and sell land, but we buy it for pennies on the dollar, and we'll turn around and flip it for cash, or preferably create a passive income stream with owner financing. And there are no hassles. There are no land emergencies, no tenants, termites, toilets, and we automate our monthly payments. So it's pretty amazing when you get to the point where you're bringing in thousands of dollars of passive income monthly and you can count on that next month because everything's automated. That's what we do.
That's what we do. We're so lucky. Like every time I'm very respectful to my podcast guests, and so is Scott.
Oh, yeah.
But when we are done, like I just talked to a guy who does fix and flips. But when we're done, Scott and I like do like virtual high fives. Like, can you believe the amount of work, the amount of stress, the time it takes, the frictional costs? It's unbelievable. There's so much going on. It's so complex. And then they're so happy when they make money. And then what do they have
Yeah.
to do? The whole thing over again on a fix and flip. I'm like, oh my gosh. He's like, yeah, I'm trying to get a couple, cash flowing properties. I'm like, a couple? Like, what? Like,
Yeah.
come on, the brain damage. And then, I talk about my mom, like, oh, and like, you just see the light bulb going off.
Right.
Yeah, like, oh, and like next thing you know, like they're opting in for the course. It's
Right.
really
Right.
fun. Yeah, it's funny.
Yeah. You know, people work really hard out there, right?
Hmm.
Like, and they might be, I don't know, they might have a very lucrative income or salary or whatever, but man, people work really hard and it's all about trading that time for dollars. And that's what I was so sick of 5 years ago, just trading my time for dollars and spinning my wheels. And I was in a profession where my salary was stagnant. So, I mean, there are a lot of people with that situation as well. So
Yeah,
that's why this
that's
business is amazing.
yeah, that's a tough situation as well. That is stressful. When you have that,
Right.
because it feels like you're on this sort of this treadmill, and you're like, wait, am I gonna get a 2% raise next year? three
Oh,
percent raise? Cost of living. It's like, really? That's what I can do. Where with
yeah.
this, there's no ceiling
Yeah.
at all. But we have some comments. So should we discuss like
Awesome.
the people that are leaving comments? Our first giveaway for this week. So the people that went on Nightcap last week's comments, the Nightcap comments, and these comments, they're going to be put into a drawing to win a $497 course called Lots, Looking Over Tate's Shoulder. So it's like a Netflix series or a Land Geek series, I don't know what we call it, of watching Tate work, which is really cool. And then seeing what he does when he's not working, which is like most of the time, really.
Right.
So, so you can't see the comments, or you can.
I can see some of them. Um, yeah, I can see some of them. So I'm entering in names as I go here.
Okay, so we have some comments. Jason Hoffman. Good morning, guys. Cheers. Cheers to Jason Hoffman. This by far I think might be my favorite comment of the morning. Bob Hunter. Let the record show you guys looked a lot better before the pandemic.
That is
Bob,
awesome.
Bob, don't mince words. Yeah,
I
I
mean,
mean,
right.
I think Scott looks good. I'm really like devolving here. I'm gonna, you know, it's
I mean,
yeah.
You just got the 5 o'clock shadow thing going. It's all good. I mean, it's Friday. It's
It's
Friday. We're
Friday.
land investors.
Yeah,
We're
I
gonna
mean,
let it go
Bob.
for a day.
Yeah, like it's first of all Friday, Saturday, Monday. It's all the same day to us. One of these days
Right.
I will practice good hygiene and shower and shave, do all that. I did brush my teeth.
That's an amazing comment.
Yeah.
I love that.
Um, Don Paresa, aloha, the land arb queen, the blue Hawaii babble. Good morning, Don. Derek Hoffman. Good morning, guys. Um, Baka Kariam. I hope I'm. Is it Baka?
I
Baka?
think that's what it is on YouTube. That's what I see too. Yeah.
She says, "Greetings, fellas. I understand that. I concur. What's your advice on buying land with 4,000 to 5,000 coming from the big city, heading to the suburbs, aka hashtag the sticks?" That's a good question.
So she has $4,000 to $5,000 to start. Huh?
She's got 4 to 5,000 start, which is plenty. So,
Yeah.
what would be your
Well,
advice? I know my advice would be,
well, there's some different approaches, right? But I would get on a call with us and let's strategize,
yeah, I
right?
would get trained. Like, I wouldn't just
Yeah.
start throwing out money and trying to figure
Right.
this stuff out. But
Yeah.
so the first
So
thing she
schedule
needs
a
to do is
call
learn. Yeah,
at thelandgeek.com/training. Um, and we can kind of steer you in the right direction. I think, but $4,000 to $5,000, that's all you need to get this machine going, right?
exactly, exactly. So Peter Zeros, good morning. He says, "Good morning, gents." Peter, how are things going? Put in the chat, Peter, your last good deal that you closed. Facebook user says, "Good morning, fellas." Facebook user, good morning, good afternoon. Baka Kiriam, you said my name right. Hashtag love you guys. That's
Aw,
sweet.
it's nice.
Thank you, Baka. Racine, the deal machine Sagai. Aloha, good morning. The other half of Blue Hawaii Babble. I wish Racine would be more giggly. She's so serious, you know.
Right.
Yeah. Her I wish
Uh,
I wish her and Dawn would like just lighten up a little bit.
yeah, a smile every now and then from those two would be nice.
It
I mean,
would be
they're
nice. I
yeah,
mean, yeah. It obviously, if you haven't seen Blue Hawaii Babble, you know that those two are just like emanating pure joy about this business, and it's infectious. And I love watching it. I really do. I mean, it's really, if you haven't watched it, go on YouTube, search Blue Hawaii Babble, and watch them like in these beautiful locations talk about land investing, which is by far the most boring of real estate niches. But like they make it fun and interesting.
they do. They make
Yeah.
it fun and interesting for sure.
So here's back. I'd pay for training. I'm in New York City, but I'm paranoid of scams and being taken advantage of. I need clear, honest leads to buying real land. Put in the comment. Should BACA be worried about us? Now let's just kind of rewind the tape a little bit though. Like even if we were like a scam, you'd know really fast. Like we've been doing this long
Yeah.
enough. But that besides that, like we do have a 30-day guarantee. And if you go into flight school, we have a 180-day guarantee. So we've got skin in the game, BACA. Like we're only as successful as our clients. But of course, do your due diligence. You know,
And I would
don't take it from
recommend uh,
us.
if if Baca has not, I would recommend she read Dirt Rich
Mm.
because it's a very authentic story about how you got into this, Mark. And you can find that on Amazon or Audible.
Yeah. So for a buck 99 on Kindle, I think you can
Yeah.
really just hear this whole long story. But yeah, that's great. Oh, so Don says, "Ha ha ha! Thank you." Racine Sugai, thanks for the shout out. So they're enjoying this. Their shout
Awesome.
outs for sure. So we really have no agenda this morning. But oh, here's Peter. I love it. Just on time. He says, "I sold on terms 3 Colorado lots I bought wholesale, and I have 2 pending cash sales for 3, 5, and 4x on my money. Peter, bring it in.
Wow.
He's our coaching client.
Peter.
See, ever seen? This is what happens when you go into one-on-one coaching. No pressure, no pressure at all. But if you're not getting those kind of numbers now, you're not building a machine. Well, she is the deal machine. But if you're not building, like, if you're doing all the work right now, be like Peter. Don't be shy, Racine. There's nothing like being called out publicly, is there?
Right. No pressure.
No pressure, no pressure at all.
That's
Racine,
that's amazing. Mark, we got to give a
watching
shout
you.
out also to Jason Hoffman, who just had his first sale with his brother. Uh, bought for 500 and sold for 1,200. I think it was something like that. So
Yeah, that's a couple coffees. That'll
it's a
spend.
couple coffees.
It's a couple coffees that'll definitely spend, and that's you know what. Even if the numbers aren't fully at 300%, I think it's more important the confidence level, because once you do that a few times, you're really confident, and then you're not afraid to go bigger and really start scaling up.
Yeah.
I think proof of concept when you're starting is just as important as massive ROI on your money. But look, in any other world, if you made that kind of money in anything else, you'd be super happy. In our world, we're like, okay, that's a good single, like solid, right? But nothing wrong with it. Nothing wrong with it. Jen Ramquist says, "Way to go, Peter. Racine Sugai, all caps. Wow, laughing out loud. Yeah, no pressure. Thanks." She's laughing. Yeah.
Uh,
Oh, I have no words. Okay, Baka. I've been watching you guys for a long while. I know you guys are legit. I see people swearing by y'all. That's why I came here. Y'all are good people. I believe in you. I will so get that book. There you go, Baka. Go get it.
nice.
Nice. But more importantly though, I think, as you start sort of putting your toe in the water, I think the best way to learn, like reading the book is great. I think, being on these types of things are great. And, interacting with the community is great. But at the end of the day, you got to start, doing it. You got to start really doing it. And that's the best way to learn. And that's why we created Flight School, because the best way to learn is to do it with your Sherpa, Scott Todd, who's done it thousands of times. You know, First of all, it makes you do it because you're doing it together as a group, like kind of like group personal training. Like, and then it's just you just build confidence up that mountain of land investing, and I love Flight School, I really do.
It really is an amazing program. I mean, it's 0 to 60 in the slowest amount of time possible. It really is.
Yeah. So, Becca, for people like you, learn more. Just go to landgeek.com/training and schedule a call, and really learn more about that program and how you can start creating that passive income really, really on an accelerated level, but more safely than just doing it yourself and trying to figure this stuff out. Here's a question. Facebook. Hey, stopping by to say hi real quick. Taking my daughter ice skating. Nice to have the freedom. Oh, that's not a question. Nice to do this in the afternoon, though. I don't know who that is. Just his Facebook user. Luke Mitchell. What is your opinion on the issues with the USPS since most land investors use direct mail? Any thoughts?
That's a great question. I mean, I think it's a really important time to be mailing right now. So don't
Yeah.
stop mailing. Get as many out
Right.
as you can. It may open other avenues for, I don't know, we may have to get a little bit more inventive with how we approach sellers, I mean. Do we, start calling some of these people? Who knows?
Who knows? Yeah.
So
Back in the day, that's what a lot of people did. Actually, I think the wholesale route is probably the way to go. I think it's a good two-pronged approach. Is you get your mailings out, but then you get, like, let's say it's a 6-week window of waiting to see what your response rate is. During that time, be aggressive and start buying wholesale.
yeah,
And there's that wholetailing course for free. Go to thelandgeek.com/quick deals. Learn how to double your money 30 days or less. So do that. Dawn Paresa, all caps, because she is very enthusiastic. Love Flight School and Scott Todd. There it is.
Who doesn't?
Who doesn't? Yeah. What more do you need, Bacca? There it is. You heard it from the Land Arb Queen. That's another strategy. And we did discuss that in more detail with Dawn on the podcast. So if you're not listening to the Art of Passive Income podcast, that's some really great training with the roundtable, and then you've got clients like Dawn talking about their journey and what their strategy is and how they're moving the needle. Jason Hoffman, Me Too, Flight School is the best. We're coming up on our last session with Scott next week. Oh my gosh, that went fast.
It did.
Wow. I can't believe how fast time flies when you're having fun. Yeah, it's true. Holy cow. Jen Ramquist, Flight School gave me the tools I needed. My accountability partners keep me consistent and focused. Fantastic. So, yeah, thanks for those comments, guys.
Yeah.
Really appreciate it. So, Scott Bossman, what's on your mind these days?
It's on my mind. I don't know. We've had a couple really good weeks in land. First 2 weeks in August were a little bit slower. Last 2 weeks have been hopping, so that's exciting. It's a lot of fun, and we're just we're preparing for school around here. Virtual school starts Tuesday, so we got 3 boys in high school in the house, so we got to have a workspace for each of them, and
you got to have a separate kitchen for each of them, separate refrigerator for each of them, separate freezer for each of them.
Mini fridges in the room, and
yeah.
So yeah, we're just preparing for that and trying to get used to this, or continuing to kind of adapt to this new lifestyle that we all have, and hoping it gets back to normal real soon.
Yeah, there's so much going on in the world that seems like so much more important than what raw land is, and yet at the end of the day, like, I do think that for our group, we are a nice diversion from that. And there's enough people out there talking about it. So, like, I think we should just stick to stay in our lane. And just, kind of like, okay, yeah, we know what's going on. But we're really not the people to be, like, discussing it on this platform.
Right.
We have our opinions, of course, like everybody else. But, like, we should stay in our lane. And come here, we'll talk about passive income without renters, without rehabs, without renovations, without rodents. We'll discuss how we're devolving physically.
Right.
From COVID and the stress of the real world. No. But, yeah, but I think that what's interesting, though, is when you have so much going on in the world, it is nice to have sort of the safe place of, well, here's an option for me that, here's a side hustle. Here's a way I can start building my wealth, building my passive income, so I can really explore my higher, deeper purpose in life, whatever that is. Because if you have solo economic dependency, you don't scale. It's a one-to-one input to output. Even high-paying doctors and lawyers, engineers, they don't scale. So if they're not practicing, if their hands aren't in someone's, like a dentist, hands not in somebody's mouth, physical therapist, you're not working on a client or a patient, you're not getting paid. And that, even if you love it, it's still risky. Anything could happen. And that's why, whether it's our model or any other passive income model, you've really got to start taking it seriously, to start taking your life more seriously. And that's why, our mission, I think, is so important every single day, and we don't get distracted by it, that we want to rid the world of solo economic dependency. Because I do think that if that happens, the world just becomes a better, less stressful place to live. There you go. That got a little flowery.
It did. It was really good, though.
Yeah, thank you.
I love how we're twinning again today. That's 2 weeks in a row.
I'm going to do this every coffee talk now with you. I'm going to put the hat on. I'll guess on the shirt.
Yeah, love it.
But
Mike
we
Zano's
are in
jealous.
sync.
Mike Zano's jealous. He's at the fire station today. You know what he calls coffee talk?
What?
Mark and Scott time. He's all jealous.
Come on, Mike. He's always
Come
invited.
on.
He can't jump on.
And he said, you guys didn't even say hi to me last time. Apparently, last time he got on and commented and we missed it or something. He got all mad.
Mike, come on, man. We love you. We wish you were here.
We love
And you're
you.
always invited to Coffee
We do.
Talk. Same with the other coaches. They can jump on.
Yeah.
I mean, we won't talk to them, but they could jump on and we could just kind of ignore them. So that's funny. If Mike wants, I can channel him.
Oh yeah, that's
Yeah.
always an experience.
It's always fun. Yeah. So Scott, you and Mark, you never talk about me. I'm out here. I'm saving lives, and you two are just goofing around, drinking coffee. Not cool.
It's getting better all the time. It really is.
I don't know about that.
As the years pass.
I apologize to the Boston
Uh,
listeners right now. Like, yeah. Any other questions? Because I got to jump. I got a podcast interview where I actually will have to be on a. I will actually have to like look somewhat professional, and
okay, good.
so no, and do all that. So before we go, are there any questions, comments, and we got to do our giveaway. But Facebook user says, "Love it, you guys rock." Well, Facebook user, we love you and you rock. This is what I call an awkward silence. Can you imagine
Sorry,
doing?
I'm just
No. Can you imagine doing radio and having to fill the airtime? The
no.
pressure.
I mean, it's difficult. I mean, it's difficult on Nightcap to fill the airtime. I
Really?
feel it.
With Forbes?
Yeah.
That doesn't seem hard.
He wasn't on last night. It was his birthday yesterday. So
That's right. I did
Happy-
box him
happy
happy
belated.
birthday.
Yeah.
Yeah, Matt, happy birthday. I hope Anne-Marie and your 52 kids spoiled you. And you guys did something, that you enjoyed. Are you a birthday guy, Scott? Like, do you enjoy your birthday, or are you like, I don't want to really be the center of attention? How do you feel about your birthday?
Yeah, I mean, I enjoy it, but I don't like over the top enjoy it. I don't expect, crazy gifts and all that stuff. I mean, I like to spend time with the kids and Aaron. That's kind of my thing. Let's just spend a day together,
Yeah.
Birthdays get a little less exciting as as you're on the back, because now I'm on the back nine, right? So they're a little less exciting.
Yeah, yeah. And I've been there longer than you. So it's it's definitely a little different for sure.
Yep.
I had like one of my best friends just turned 50. And so I've got like I forget how many months now I have, like maybe 10 months of just being able to make fun of him being older. And like,
Oh,
you're
nice.
50. He's like, but then like after that, when I turned 50, it's like,
Yeah.
yeah, you know, time to up the vitamin regimen.
50's the new 30.
I'll
We're
take
good.
it. Yeah, it's really, yeah. I think if especially with Peloton,
Yeah.
if you're working out hard 5 days a week, you can slow it down a bit.
Yep.
But if you don't, then not so great. Them truckers, he wrote, can you convince someone to deed the property to you before you pay them? Yeah, we do it all the time. So do you want, yeah, I mean, we can walk you through it, but essentially what you're going to say, them truckers one, is this is the way we're going to close this deal. Okay. I'm going to send you the deed, or I'm going to email you the deed. You print it, sign it, notarize it, return it, send it back. I'm going to record it. After it's recorded, I'm going to send you a check. And you say it like that with that much confidence, they're like, oh, okay. Now, if they push back on you, then you align with them and say, look, I want to make this the simplest, easiest, most transparent real estate transaction you've ever had. And if I do that for you, and after your check clears, will you do me a favor because I'm new to this? Will you make me a video testimonial for my website? Now they're like, oh, well, he's incentivized to do this for me. And then you do it. And then as soon as you get the deed back, you call them, you send them a screenshot, and you show them step by step what you're doing. You show them via how you're recording it via Simplifile. You send them the screenshot. It just got recorded. Make a video of yourself writing them the check, putting it in the mail, sending it to them. Then when they receive it, say, hey, let me know when you receive the check. Let me know when it clears. We're doing this together. And then they're like, okay, this guy's awesome. And it's great. So for sure. And that's for deals that are 5,000 or less. It's 5,000 or more, go close it through a title company. Don't mess around. Does Scott Todd give a link for GeekPay and Flight School, or do I sign up on the website? Oh, well, thank you for the question, Facebook user, because I love talking about GeekPay. I'll go ahead and put it right here in the link. All you're going to do is go to landgeek.com/resources and sign up. Get that first month free to play with it. And then you'll be in GeekPay for sure. There's tons of training and videos in there. There's free support. You're going to love it. It's the only software I know of that actually makes you money. So just make sure you're charging that no collection fee. You charge that no setup fee. You'll be good. Facebook user, hey, Mark Podolsky, any updates to the secret county list? Yeah, here's an update for you. Go to landmodo.com. See what counties people are working on. That's your update. Yeah. I'm working on the second book right now. I got an update on that. So
yeah, that's all good.
That's
I'm excited for that.
Backus says, I love it. My mind blown. Like it's like an emoji, but I'm so old I can't even see it. Oh, no. All right, so Scott, we got to do the giveaway now. We got 2 minutes. All right.
I don't think I can share my screen, so you guys will just have to trust me here. You ready? Here we go.
Okay.
So we got about 30, 40 names here. So pick a random name. Racine Sugai.
Racine! Wait, does she have lots?
She probably has lots.
If she has lots, let's give her a discount on coaching.
All right. Nice.
So, yeah.
See how this works?
See how that works, Racine? By the way, I swear to God, it's totally random. I swear to God.
I can show my screen right now.
Yeah, totally random.
I'm gonna screenshot.
Well, Racine, you're gonna get a bigger discount on your coaching. Okay. So now I can hear her giggling right now. She's like calling Dawn. Mark and Scott totally set this up. They're putting the pressure on me. This is not random at all. I swear to God, Racine, this is totally random. Totally random. Yeah. All right. Well, I want to thank everybody for jumping on and leaving a comment, interacting with us. Racine wrote, all caps, shut the front door. Oh my God, I won something. I want to add that to the broadcast. Show, thank you. Yeah, it's true. It's true. So now there's no excuses, Racine. No excuses at all. Fantastic. So thanks, everybody. Thanks for leaving a comment. I'm assuming, Scott, we're going to do this next Friday. Check out Scott and Mike, the Zen Master, and Matt, Fortune 500 Forbes, on Nightcap next week. Our community is the finest. Start interacting in the Facebook group. We've got lots of good things coming in the next few months. Stay tuned there. And just appreciate everybody in the community. Appreciate everybody's efforts in really going and working this business diligently to move the needles in your lives. And whether it's 500 a month or 5,000 a month to 50,000 a month, it doesn't really matter to me. You will get there. I don't care. As long as your passive income exceeds your fixed expenses, you're doing it. And you will make a huge difference in your life, your family's life, your community's life, because that time freedom is what we're searching for. And that's why we do this. So thank you, everybody. Any last words, Scott Bossman?
No, thanks for having me. It's always enjoyable. And maybe next Friday Zaino will join us.
That would be wicked awesome. Wicked.
It would be phenomenal. It'd be
phenomenal
smart too.
He's
Smart.
wicked. He's wicked smart, and I'll bring the kibby, and he's gonna come. So there you go.
All right.
So Mike, if you're watching, kibby, if you make it for the next coffee talk, on me, I promise. You and Laura, you get a nice night out of the kibby. You don't have to worry about parking the car. It's gonna just come to you, okay? Because I'm wicked cool that way. He's like, oh my
I
god,
love it.
please. He's like, Mark, please stop, please.
I love it.
Jason Hoffman, thanks for being on. Back at Korean, we appreciate you as well. Racine, Dawn, Jen, thank you guys. Them truckers, Luke Mitchell, appreciate it. Peter Zeros, keep crushing it, man. And bless you. Bob Hunter, thanks for being on. Did I still already say Jason Hoffman? Justin Landowski, thanks for being on, man. And we'll see everybody next week. Thanks, Scott.
See you, Mark.